Hello, and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin, and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Colin, and I play Cuin de Greymont, a paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I play Cadeaux Chasseur, a cleric also from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I play Ogvar Surefort, a ranger from Kessig.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia. There has been no let-up for our companions since the ludicrous lighthouse incident, as the murderous mire continues to pile on the pressure. Another camp-out saw our paladin perform a pedicure on his armour and the cleric caressing his holy symbol. Ogvar paraded around having a personal pyjama party, but succeeded in subduing the spider with extreme skill and style. Esther refuses to rouse despite the ruckus, while our sorceress, having been ripped from her sound slumber, is currently trying to comprehend what the commotion in the camp is all about. Episode 38. Welcome to Biteclub.
Right, back to on my watch then, I suppose, guys.
Oh, you another kip, haven't you?
Are Esther's boots still on spikes by the fire?
Yeah, they are.
You know, just go over and check, make sure they're not crispy.
Yeah, you go over and check, and they are very hot.
Okay, I will take them off and just slip them inside her tent. I'll just one arm round up, just pop them inside the tent.
Yeah, okay.
As you guys get back to bed, I'll get back on watch.
Okay.
Shouldn't take me long to drop off, huh?
Do you normally sleep in that outfit, Cuin? Is it quite comfy?
I hadn't, I was cleaning my boots. Took the mud off them, and I hadn't had a chance to get out of the armour yet.
Oh, well, thank heaven the pair of you turned up, because that thing gave me a proper nip.
Right, well, I'm going to go in and get my armour off and just hunker down.
Yep. So you go in, you take your armour off, you go back to bed, Ogvar. And, Cadeaux, the rest of your 3 hours, or the remaining 2.5 hours of your watch, is spent rather calmly. There's not really much you can hear in the distance in the fog, because it's night time, the fog's really rolled in. The only kind of bits you can see now are the limits of your camp, especially lit up by the fire, but you can almost see like the swirling mist in just like past the edges of your camp. You can't see anything, but you can definitely hear things moving about in the vicinity. You hear kind of like some like snuffling, like of a pig maybe occasionally, but but they tend. It seems to be that everything's kind of avoiding the area around your camp, apart from obviously the spider. And yeah, you pass a relatively peaceful shift. Is there anything you're doing while you're on your shift?
Well, as ever, I will, whilst trying to remain alert, I shall be contemplative of my deity, as always.
Yep.
And mull over whether or not I've spent my day as I should in pursuit of law and goodness.
Yeah. As you're thinking about Avacyn, you hear maybe some slight whispers. And when you look around, you can't actually see anything. Obviously, you can't, there's fog, but there's nothing you can hear in the general vicinity which would indicate that there's someone talking. But it's almost like if you were sat in a busy tavern and things going on, but you can maybe just slightly hear the occasional of someone in the corner whispering to someone else. It's that kind of situation where you can't actively hear it, but you're aware of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Super. And then at the appropriate time,
Yep.
through years of experience of doing this, I shall go and, as gently as possible, wake Ogvar for his watch by using a lantern to weld his retinas to the back of his head. No. I don't know how many times that's happened to me in life where somebody shines a torch in your face. It's your watch. You're like, whoa! I shall gently awaken Ogvar and let him know that the time for his watch has appeared.
Okay, so you go off to bed, I presume?
Yes, I shall, like the others, clean my boots, change into my pinstripe pyjamas,
So not good.
put my wee willy winky hat on, yes, and bed on down for the night.
Did you all go to the same tailors for this?
But you,
What are they, spotty?
It's just
it's in a nightshirt.
I'm in a nightshirt and we've got
Sheath.
leggings on.
Leggings?
Leggings.
Underneath the arm.
Oh, you're under leggings.
Yeah.
Underoos.
They're going to get a bit ripe after a while if you sleep in them as well.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so Ogvar,
Yes.
your shift.
Okay.
Okay. Make me a percentage roll, 40%. Ooh.
Take my armour out with me and pop
Yeah.
my armour on.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you've
boots and
got yourself
armour.
armoured
Yeah, by
up.
the fire.
40%. And,
40%.
well, same routine. Yep,
I will go 60 to 100.
yep, in or out.
Well, how does that work? Because obviously you can pick the biggest one, and that's the best one.
So you pick whether, so if you hit the inside that percentage, whether it's going to be good or bad.
If I say I can pick the 60, I've got 60
Yeah,
chances,
I know
or
what
the
you're
40,
thinking. No.
and I have 40 chances. How does that
Yeah, so you want the little one to be the bad one.
Yeah.
So don't fight the white.
Yeah.
Just wondering. Just
Don't
Yeah,
fight the
you
system.
just pick one.
Okay, yeah, I'll go for 0 to 60. 62.
Okay,
Just in. Out.
just out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through your shift. It's fairly calm, fairly peaceful. You can hear the same kind of creatures that Cadeaux did. You know, it's like maybe boars. You hear in the distance a lot more noise, but not really anything which would alarm you. It's not. You can sense that it's not close. It's
Okay.
far away. There's commotion happening far away. And yeah, your shift passes fairly quietly.
Although I failed the roll.
You failed the roll.
Did you find one?
Yeah.
I said 0 to 60, I rolled 62.
Yeah.
Oh, 0 to 60
I'm
is
fighting
good.
the white again, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Rewind.
Right, okay.
It's like we're asking for trouble, people.
Okay. You do not, your shift does not pass peacefully.
Oh,
It
brat!
was all a dream.
I nodded off.
Over your shift, you do hear these kind of noises, but
I think we picked a busy spot to camp in.
Yeah.
We're going to wake up in the morning for like a danger do not camp here sign up face down.
This would be like Ice Age, where you've got like the actual transit route for everything leaving the area.
Well, theoretically, there's only 3 paths. And all the rest is not.
We picked
It's
it.
going to be.
We've parked right on the junction.
Oh dear. DM is rubbing her hands together.
Jeez.
okay. So
Attacking
it
me.
is approaching the end of your shift or your watch period. As time's gone on, you've noticed that the area around you has become slightly more disturbed. There's been more action, more movement going on. When you hear from all around you 4 eerie howls. These howls seem to almost resonate with each other, and it sounds less like a howl and more like someone who is deathly ill moaning. It's like you can hear this kind of like almost like a rattle, like someone have a rattle in their lungs, and it's this kind of horrifically ill sounding noise, which just sends a shiver up your spine.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll
outbreak.
gonna grab hold of his bow and become alert as I'll
Yep.
look around.
And you can hear 4 of these. What are you doing?
I am going. Can I hear which direction they are all coming from?
Yeah, you can hear that they appear to be from each direction.
Okay, yeah.
And it's very much where you in the day you had the kind of mountain to the left, the north. It's very much there's one from there, one from there, one from there, and one from there. It's very much like north, east,
Yeah.
south, west.
Okay, cool. I best be in the camp, I suppose. I will very quickly dart over to Cuin's tent, knowing that he took a while to get ready last time.
Yeah.
He's in 8 somewhere. And stick the head inside and whisper, but quite loudly. Cuin, get up. We have company.
What? We got company.
Shh, shh, shh.
Okay. Out in a moment.
A very short moment, hopefully. Quick.
No problem. Okay, right. Okay.
Okay, and at that I will then go outside and listen intently to see if the noises are getting any closer.
Okay. Make me a listen check then, please.
22.
Yeah, with the 22, you can hear, you can't hear this howling anymore. You only heard this one singular howl. But you can almost hear the surroundings around you from these 4 directions. You can hear critters, like, scurrying away.
Okay.
And you maybe just begin to hear the kind of sound of like a rattly kind of breath sound.
Okay.
From which direction?
Yeah, from which direction?
All directions.
All directions, okay.
Well,
Is Cuin out of his tent yet?
Um,
I suppose I haven't been outside that long, have I?
No, he's probably still getting his armour on.
Okay, I'm going to ready an arrow,
Okay.
and I'm going to move. Towards the north of the camp, which is where one of the traps or the spikes have been laid.
Okay.
So up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So you
So I'm
move
gonna
up
sort of like-
towards-
Yeah, I'm going to flat myself against the tent
Okay.
so I can see the other entrances and still be able to look left towards where the trap is.
Okay. Right. Cuin, you're probably out of your tent by now.
okay. Ogvar. I reckon we should get everybody else up, or just me and you sort of see what's going on before we make a general alarm.
But I'm not sure what's out there yet.
Well, if you're going sort of that way, I'll have a look this way, to the south.
Okay. We seem to be surrounded.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so what's happening next?
And what is happening next is she's going to open her sweet wrapper.
There's a rustling of a tent.
It is a chipmunk. What is going to happen next is into the very edges of your vision emerges Ogvar. A large, muscular hound. It has sickly brownish yellow fur. It looks matted and torn in some places. You can see that over its body there are kind of like lattice work of sores, and they're kind of oozing this thick yellowish green liquid. Its mouth, which is kind of hanging open with its tongue lolling out, is filled with long pointed yellow teeth, and you can see some of them being snapped off and broken. Some of them you can see where the gums like being ripped out and bleeding. And when you look at its face, across its kind of like the front of its head are 4 evenly distributed yellow eyes.
4-eyed
4 eyes.
dog.
Which one is it?
Well, it's the one he's looking at, the one at the north. He's looking at the north.
He only had 2
Alright.
eyes.
And is that the only one I see?
Well, yeah, you're up towards north. It's that one you see.
Okay.
So it must be nearer because you can only see 20 feet.
Yeah, it's just emerging into the outer lines of the.
Okay, strike with the irons hot and let 2 arrows go at that direction of the 4-eyed doggy.
Okay. Roll to hit.
My doggy sounds quite strong.
With spectacles on.
Yeah, I mean, visually challenged doggy.
So I'm going to take a -2 to that, which is going to be 20.
20. Okay.
Oh, is it undead? No, it's only attack. It's only damage for an undead.
It's not undead.
Okay.
Yes, that hits.
I'm going to roll again.
Yep.
And it's going to be a 15.
15. 15 does not hit.
Okay, so 1d6. 28.
Okay, so roll your damage.
Yeah. That's going to be a 3.
3. Okay, 3
So I
points
will
of
then
damage.
shout over to Colin. On the north side, Colin. Colin?
Who?
Who's Colin?
What you and me.
Okay. I probably wouldn't know that, but okay. On the north side, Cuin.
What? See something?
Oh yes, definitely. Big dog, 4 eyes,
Hit something.
scary.
Okay, and roll initiative. So you two roll initiative, and I shall roll initiative.
Yeah, 20.
The way to do combat, lying asleep in a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
have
think
no
we
clue.
were all maybe getting a
Have
very
no
rude
clue
way
at
to.
all.
Pass over the chocolate. It's the way to do combat, eating chocolate.
That's what I'm doing.
18.
I think everyone might be getting woken up very soon.
What is your dexterity, Ogvar?
Modifier or
Modifier.
+2?
Plus 2. Okay. What is your... What's your strength modifier?
+1.
+1. Okay. So it's not going to be you first.
You've upset the four-eyed dog.
Yeah.
He's upset the 4-eyed doggy. So then it's...
Dad was going to talk to it to make it go away.
Well, you don't want to get bitten by it.
+2. What's your dexterity modifier?
You weren't just tempted to shout stay in a very manly way.
And your strength modifier?
2.
No.
Okay. And your constitution modifier?
1. My hand gets bitten off.
Okay. No, where's my dice gone? Where's my dice? Okay. There we go. So, getting into the nitty-gritty combat, we have the doggy at the north.
Okay.
The doggy at the north is going to... You've just hit him. He knows you're there.
He's got more eyes than me, so he probably sees better.
Okay, he's going to charge forwards at you
Oh, lovely.
with a +2 and attempt to bite you.
Peace.
With a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, no. This dog, you hear it rattle like the rattle in its lungs as it goes and growls at you. It charges forward, mouth wide, jaws dripping this kind of green flecked saliva. And it charges forward, and you can see its jaws approaching you as it snaps, and you're just able to dodge out the way.
Oh, this one's not pickle.
Okay, next up we have you, Ogvar.
Oh, Ace. I have realised that there's probably something rather sinister going on, so I am going to attempt to wake everybody up
Okay.
by shooting at it with one of my signal arrows.
Oh, well, we can do it.
Okay.
So
Roll to hit.
I'm not quite sure because roll to hit says +5, but I think that might have been what my bow was at that point. Do I still roll with my general bow?
So roll it using...
My attack bonus.
You take a -2 penalty on the attack roll, I think, because it's weighted
Okay.
differently.
So that'd be
Yeah, so roll you would as you would normally, but then put a -2 penalty on it.
yeah. Okay. Right then. So that'd be. Can I do? I've got 2 of them, so no, I'll just do it straight because I'll take -4 then. Yeah. I'll just do one. Yeah. That would be a 3 -2. Oh no, that's going to be a 10. No, I think it is it? That should be like an 8. I threw all the numbers out there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Decipher that.
None of them work. None of them hit, but you do get this "Ah!" as this arrow flies out, and it wakes up everyone in the camp.
It's day of the noises.
What's going on out there?
Scary dogs.
What? Oh,
You just hear from Esther in tent, puppies.
No, definitely not.
Laura's going to try and stumble out of tent. She's half dressed. She's in her bare feet at this point, and she's just stumbling out of a tent, half dressed.
Okay, so we have joining the initiative. Right, so everyone who didn't roll initiative initially, roll initiative now.
Yeah, ace. Splendid.
What?
This is where I tell you that I've got a 5, but that was with a +4.
Do the mental
Right,
math.
you're at the bottom then. Laura at the bottom. Cadeaux, what did you have?
17 all in for me.
Okay. Cadeaux 17. What's Esther getting? +4. An 8. Okay, so next up we have the puppy in the east. Puppy in the east is going to... No, the other east. He is going to charge into view, seeing nobody else is out of their tents yet, but he can see Cuin, and it is going to attempt to bite into Cuin. So it is going to attack with a 22 to hit. Okay, 22 to hit. Okay, so it does 1d6, 3, 5 points of damage, and
Any creep in this place does other damage. We'll fight something one day that just does damage.
Yeah. So if we keep taking these detrimental hits to our stats, we're going to have a 2 week vacation.
Yeah, yeah, we get back to now. I'm planning on going to a spa.
Go up into the rich district,
Yeah.
the gated community.
Cucumber on my eyes.
Pickle, more pickle. Everything in his life is pickle.
Mud bath. Or should I say another mud bath?
okay, make me a strength check, please, Cuin.
18.
Okay. As it runs up towards you, teeth out, it sinks its teeth into your arm and its body weight rushing forward. Its front paws land on your shoulder and it knocks you prone onto the floor.
Okay.
Okay, so next up is you, Cuin. It will take a move action to get up and it will also provoke attack of opportunity.
Right.
You can see this beast, it's kind of standing over you, jaws dripping green goo and yuck.
What would happen if I was to take a swing at its leg? What would be the molliness on that?
So what you swing at its leg with?
Well, I'm out, I'm fully armed with my mace
Okay, so you've got a mace, okay, mace,
and my shield.
leg.
Never heard of a mace.
Morning star.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
it.
that's
Well,
right.
you know what I mean, morning
Yeah.
star.
Same sort of thing.
Flat on your back, attacking from flat on your back. Ugh, probably going to be about a -4 to your attack roll for that.
-4. Yeah, I've got to do it.
Okay, so you're going to try and attack it. Okay, go for it.
Okay. So that is 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Ace. Nice
Roll
one.
damage.
16 plus 8 -4.
Yeah, roll
Nice.
damage.
Okay. That's 10.
Oh,
That
nice.
is
Meaty jump.
quite nasty, right, yeah. As you're on the floor, you've been taken down by this. It's kind of bang, impact into you. You're on the floor, and you've kind of got your mace up, and you've gone for the inside of its back leg, or inside of its front leg, sorry. Your morning...
You're using a mace now as well.
Yeah.
Morning
Okay,
star.
you bring your morning star up into the kind of like the inside, like armpit of its front leg, and you catch it, something awful, and there's like a kind of, you can hear almost like a ripping sound as its flesh rips, and it backs off 5 foot or so. So you've got room now,
I'm gonna,
and you've dealt some damage to
I'm
it.
gonna now stand up.
Okay,
That's
so
all right.
yep, you can now stand up and you provoke no attack of opportunity.
Wah! Take that! Wah!
Okay. Next up we have the puppy from the south. Puppy from the south is going to charge in and attempt to jump on Cuin as well. Puppy from the south is rolling a 23 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so it's 23 to hit. It deals 8 points of damage, and make me another strength check.
Yeah, that's 11.
Well, ain't you the lucky one?
Puppy rolled a nat 1.
Puppy's a bit excited. Puppy's only very little. He looks quite young. Puppy's gone for a jump, and it's jumped straight over the top of you. Its teeth have sunk into you, but it's got so much momentum that it's just gone whee and backflipped over the top of you, and it takes 4 points of damage as it just lands on its back, and it's like
I say, what?
Okay, so next up we have Cadeaux. You are in your tent.
I am in my tent. So I shall put my boots on, put my holy symbol around my neck, grab my crossbow and head on out of my tent.
It's going to take you your entire turn to do
Yes, I
that.
would imagine it would.
Okay.
Sorry, clearly I shall also grab my belt and hold my bolt.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
I'm not just taking a crossbow.
They're going to beat it to death with a crossbow.
Okay.
Take that, you beast.
Give it the blunt end.
Okay. Esther emerges from her tent.
Oh.
She is in a severe state of disarray. Her hair is a mess, and she walks outside her tent and she goes. You just see her her nostrils flare as she goes. I am going to kill you in the worst way imaginable.
Who was she talking to?
Yeah.
You don't know. Okay. And next up is the puppy from the west. Puppy from the west. Who is that figurine there?
That is Esther.
Puppy from the west is going to try and bite Esther.
That's a bad mistake.
Yeah, Puppy from the west ain't going to have a fun time with this, I reckon.
Yeah, has Esther come out with any weapons, though, is the question.
Yeah, she.
No, she has. I should
12,
imagine she sleeps holding her weapons.
60. Yep. Puppy from the west slams into the back of Esther, dealing 3 points of damage and contested strength check. Esther's blue. Yep. And knocks her over.
Face first. Well, if it's coming from behind her, it's going to, isn't
Yeah.
it?
As she stood there looking extremely annoyed, this dog comes charging in, and I mean, everyone else can see it coming. Esther obviously doesn't, as it slams into the back of her, and she's face
Right
first
over.
down
We'll
onto
go.
the floor.
Ooh!
That puppy's
God.
going to wish it wasn't born. Okay, so next up we have Elora.
Okay, I'm scrabbling outside. I've scrabbled outside my tent. I'm half dressed. I've got bare feet. I've got just some long john type things on, and just a I don't know corsety thing on. Going what the?
Yeah.
She's clocked what's going on roughly because the array is right in front of her.
Yeah.
So she hasn't missed the fact that Esther's down. There's a puppy on its back. There's two other dogs running around looking rather disgusting. So Elora will
Do nothing because you've used your full turn to get out.
All right, yeah. Elora's going to do absolutely nothing. She's going to go right. Second time tonight. That's all she's going to say.
Okay. Next up, Puppy from the north. Puppy from the north is in front of you, isn't he, Ogvar?
Yes.
You see it begin to heave. You know when you see a dog and it's kind of rib cage judders and jerks up and it's like... And you just get this... It opens its mouth and this cone of gaseous... It's acid green, it's disgusting looking, fires out into your face. Make me a reflex save.
Nat 20.
Oh, lovely.
Well done. Okay. And as this cone of green yuck kind of belches out, you take 6 points of acid damage halved. So you take 3 points of acid damage. as you manage to dive out of the way, but you still get this kind of like this whiff of kind of like it's like this kind of combination of like vomit smell and half rotten meat, digestive juices. It's nasty. As that kind of belches out and you just get this whiff and you're like, and a bit of it splashes on your arm as you dive out the way, and it kind of sizzles, and even though you're like kind of like wipe it off as fast as you can see kind of slight marks where it's landed on your arm and burnt into your flesh. Okay.
What? I'm glad.
So I'm going to say, watch out, don't get too close. Get a bad breath.
Elora's thinking to herself, I'm glad that we're not hunting in this mire, because everything that these creatures are eating is clearly disgusting.
Okay. So next up we have Ogvar.
Okay, how close is that dog to me?
It was right up in your grill. You are about 5 foot to the diagonal of it now as you dived.
So, okay, cool. So I can still make a shot with my bow.
At that range, no, because you're kind of in melee combat.
Okay.
It is literally right in front of you, but you're just kind of...
it's in the is it in the square next to me.
It's in the square. Yeah, it's in the hex next to
Okay,
you.
5 foot step back.
Yep.
To give myself a chance with a bow.
Okay.
And 2 shots with standard arrows.
Okay.
No, I will go 1 shot with a point blank shot, please.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That would be a 13.
13 to hit.
Yes.
Does not hit.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
I can't move anymore, can I?
Not
Nope.
really,
No, I will stay there then and
Okay.
be quite scared.
Okay. So next up is Puppy from the East. Puppy from the East is going at Cuin. Puppy from the East is going to attempt to belch at Cuin. You see this, you with your back to Ogvar, you didn't see what happened before. You've heard him say they've got bad breath, whatever that means. And you see this dog kind of like, and then belch out. Make me reflex save, please.
21.
21 does it. As this cone of acid is like exhaled at you, you take 2 points of damage half, so you take 1 point of damage. And yeah, you don't have that actually, so yeah. Okay. So I just need to roll that. 8, 9, 10 rounds for the Puppy from the East. Okay. So sorry, hang on, I've done that wrong. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you, having had Ogvar's warning, you've kind of like, what does that mean? But you've dodged out of the way in time, and a little bit, maybe like the side of your hand has got caught. You're wearing quite thick armour anyway, so any kind of damage which is done to you is negated by your armour as well. And you can see where you've got the armour coming off the back of your hand, there's a bit of maybe...
hitting.
Yeah, hitting on the back of your armour, but the very side of your hand just got caught. And you can see that there's this kind of like burn mark on your skin now. And you can feel the pain of it, but it's not a substantial wound in any sense. Okay.
Let's say, that is bad breath, isn't it?
Next up is you, Cuin. What are you doing?
Right, the one that jumped over my head,
Yep.
went over my head, is that still prone on the floor?
It is prone behind you, yeah.
Well, I'm going to turn around. Oh, if I turn around, I'll give you one attack of opportunity.
Yes,
If you turn on the spot.
Well, no, if he goes to attack something else within 5 foot, it leaves him open for an attack from the other one.
I'm lucky then, because I've got one each side.
The one is still
Leave the
prone.
leave the prone.
Well,
It'll
in that
take
case,
him-
the one
yeah.
that's not prone, I'm going to give him a smack. Try.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is 20.
Yeah, you hit.
Roll damage.
And roll damage.
That's 6 points of damage.
Okay, 6 points of damage on puppy number E.
Number E.
East.
It made sense in my head. Okay, yeah, so this dog which has just gone and belched out acid at you, you bring your morning up and just shut its jaw for it.
Keep your mouth closed. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Very nice, very
its
nice.
jaw flips up and you see a couple of teeth just like ping out of its mouth as these teeth are knocked loose. Okay, so next up we have Puppy from the South. Puppy from the South is on the floor. Puppy from the South is going to stand up. That is Puppy from the South's turn. Okay, next up is Cadeaux.
Slightly confused by the scenery. What can I actually see?
Where are you?
I've come out of my tent.
Coming out of your tent, you can see part of a dead tree. You can see Cuin having closed this dog's mouth. You can see a dog on the floor behind him, which has just stood up. You can see Esther flat on her face across the camp.
Right, so I have got line of sight of the one behind Cuin.
Yes, you have.
Right, I shall fire a crossbow bolt at it then.
Okay, roll to hit.
My hair's already blended.
Oh, that's a nat 20. You like one of
Natural
those?
20. Right, roll to confirm your critical.
No, that probably isn't. 4 and 7 is 11.
No, not going to confirm the critical, sorry.
Lucky.
Okay.
We could have done with.
Where's Cadeaux? Oh, sorry, where did Cadeaux go up here?
No, he's not gone anywhere.
Oh, he's not gone anywhere.
No,
He's firing his crossbow.
Did you flank
cool.
over that?
Oh, I don't know.
No, because there's no flanking.
With the crossbow.
Yeah, there's no flanking.
Ah.
He's firing at the one behind Cuin. So.
Oh, right, sorry.
Good job, there's nobody in that tent.
Just 4. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage to Puppy from the South. Okay. Yep. Doing anything else? You moving?
No, I think I shall stay kneeling in front of my tent.
Okie dokie.
Boys move.
Non-move, this case will be.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
encouraged by my partner.
Next up is Esther. Esther is going to attempt to get up. Esther is going to provoke attack of opportunity.
Esther's angry.
Is she getting up facing Puppy, or is she getting up facing
She's
away?
just attempting to push herself up from where she
Right,
is.
okay.
I say attempting to because as she attempts to push herself up, the dog from behind her sinks its teeth into her calf and pushes her back down into the dirt. She
Not having a good night.
She takes 4 points of damage from that. Okay. And she allows her. Ah! Damn beast! Off! Sit! And next up is Puppy from the West. Puppy from the West is biting Esther. Puppy from the West is going to continue to chew on Esther.
Oh, please tell me it just sits.
3, 4.
Don't put it down.
Got to make a handle animal check.
Esther's making a handle animal check now. Does somebody want to roll me a handle animal for Esther?
Yeah. D20, yeah.
Yeah, roll d20.
Go on, Esther.
It was a 4.
Plus 6, 10. Not going to work.
No.
Okay, no, the puppy doesn't sit. The puppy bites her again, dealing 3 points of damage onto Esther.
Right in front of me.
Do we all hear Esther telling it to sit?
Yes, you all hear Esther telling you to sit.
Ace.
Okay, next up is...
Cadeaux, maybe you should try it. Maybe your experience, maybe more preferable.
Elora, you're up next.
Okay, Elora is going to attempt to cast, because this is happening with Esther right in front of her and she's the only person who's actually prone at the moment, she's going to cast, or attempt to cast, Orb of Acid onto this beast in front of her, so Puppy from the West, basically.
Yep, you're casting into melee, so you're going to take a -2 on your roll to hit.
Well, even though Esther's prone?
Doggy
'Cause-
is eating her.
Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. What am I taking in minus? What is it, -2?
Mhm.
Okay. No, that's going to be... No, no. It's going to be a miss.
Okay.
It's going to be a 5 all in.
You have time. Yeah,
Ooh.
you cast this Orb of Acid and it just
Damn it.
flies straight past over the top of the dog.
Oh, for God's sake! Really?
Okay, back up to the top of the order. We have the puppy in the north. Puppy in the north is going to attempt to bite Ogvar. That's not Puppy in the north.
This one is
Oh, Puppy in the north.
Is he
sorry,
going to move? Is he going to close the gap between me and he?
Yeah, it'll close the gap again. It will try and bite you with a 10 to hit.
No.
Puppy in the north does not bite you.
That's what we like to hear.
Yep, okay, all around you can hear these kind of like snapping, growling, like kind of like deathly rattling. Like it sounds like someone really ill is attempting to beat someone up. You've got this kind of like, you know, like rattling sounds as they're breathing and panting. it's not nice. And all while this combat's going through, you can hear like kind of they're yipping to each other and kind of like half howling, as almost like communicating, you could say.
Okay.
Okay, so next up is you, Ogvar.
Okay. So if that one's right up by me, if I attack another one, will that produce for dead? Is anyone trying to say?
Yes,
Yeah.
it will.
Okay. I'll do it anyway. I am going to attack the one between me and Cuin.
Okay.
Will that give me flanking?
Yes, it will. How far away are you from it?
It's hard to tell.
Okay, you're probably about 5 foot away from it, so you won't be able to use your bow. Unless you want to take penalties.
No, I'm going to have to move then, aren't I? No, we'll go with it. No, I've said it, so I'll do it. I'll attack that one there.
Okay, so you're going to take a -2 because of the melee range.
So it cancels itself out because of the +2 from flanking.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get this right. He's going for this one.
Yep.
So he's got provoked attack of opportunity for the one behind it.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so if you want to roll to hit on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to do. So it's a straight roll because of that, and then
Yep.
it will be a -2 because of rapid shot
Yep.
twice. The point blank shot gives it a +1.
+1,
so
so
it'll
it's
be a
-1 overall, yeah.
7 and a 7 is 14 -1. 13.
Not going to hit.
Okay. And the same again. So
Not gonna hit.
two non-hits.
No, you attempt to hit this dog behind you, but you just miss. The arrows bury themselves into the ground. And Puppy from the North gets an attack of opportunity. Puppy from the North is going to miss with a 9.
Good.
Takes a lunge at you and it just misses again, snaps at empty air. Elora, you get the front stage show, kind of like these nasty yellow tar-coloured teeth with bits of bone and body in them, kind of like hanging out at odd angles, and undershot jaws and dripping gunky slime.
Ugh, these are disgusting.
Okay.
You should try them up closer, even worse.
No, I'll stay where I am, but keep going, guys.
Puppy from the East is going to attempt to bite you again, Cuin. Puppy from the East is going to roll a... Maths. 14. And it doesn't hit you. Okay? Your shield gets in the way. Are you holding a shield?
Yep.
Yeah, you're holding a shield. Your shield gets in the way and it just kind of like... teeth stuck over your shield. A couple knock free as it kind of scrapes off. Okay, your turn.
I'm going to smack it.
Okay, smack away.
25?
Yeah, that hits. That'll do it.
Yeah, he's
Roll your
definitely
damage.
gonna
That's
smack it. Yeah.
7.
7 points of damage to the puppy from the east, and... Okay. Next up, are you doing anything else? You could take a 5-foot step, if you wanted. You could also move, but you provoke attack of opportunity on 2 accounts.
Yeah.
Right.
Stay there.
Okay. Cool.
Holding my ground.
It's very good ground. Okay, Puppy from the South. Puppy from the South has just had a bite from... Not a bite. It's just been shot at by Ogvar. It's going to whirl around, attempt to bite Ogvar with a 8 to hit.
No.
No.
Would you be surprised?
No, it lunges, but it's turned itself around in such a way and so fast that it's almost got its legs tangled up and it just stumbles forward, just kind of growling at you. Okay, next up is Cadeaux.
One moment. I can't get it. Oh, I've just got into it. Sorry, I've been wrestling with that. Couldn't bloody out.
Next week,
Well,
Sweeties with
carry
bars
on.
and wrappers.
You know, normal people get both sides of the little serrated
I
edge and
did.
just
No,
tear.
it wasn't going.
Honest,
Continue.
governor.
Make me a deception check.
Oh heavens. Right, so you've got one in front and one. So Cuin's now got one in front. You've got one in front and one behind, and there's one on top of Esther.
Yep.
Right. So have I got line of sight to the one behind Ogvar?
No, there's a tent in the way. You could take a couple of steps forward and you'd get a decent angle.
There's a tent in there.
Yeah, your
Your
tent.
tent.
I
Yeah.
thought I was kneeling in front of my tent.
I thought you were there, because otherwise you wouldn't have got light. Yeah.
Never mind.
If you take a 5 foot step to the left, you'll be able to get a
Yeah,
direct
let's
line.
do that then. So,
Yeah.
and then I'll fire a crossbow bolt at the one that's behind Ogvar. Let's try and shoot the
Okay.
ones that are making life difficult.
Roll to hit.
Oh, well, that's not going to go well. 10 all in.
10 or 8, 10 is not going to hit.
No, I didn't think it would.
Sorry.
That'll do me.
Okay, so that's your turn. Next up is Esther. Esther is annoyed. Esther is rolling over and Esther is booting it in the face. An armed attack will be a D4's worth of damage. No, she's just going to attempt to grapple it. Plus 10 to the grapple. Ooh! Yeah. With the 29, Esther grabs it.
Ooh.
She's going to grab it and she's going to stand up. So she's kind of rolled over and she's grabbed it by its nose and she's like, nope, pushing its head upwards, and she's stood up with this dog now kind of holding it by the nose. And she's cursing at it. The air is turning considerably blue. Next up we have the puppy from the west. Puppy from the west is in Esther's grasp. Puppy from the west is going to make a contested strength check against that. With a strength of +2 and Esther's strength of
She's up.
+2. Yeah, puppy from yeah. Well, no, it's actually a contested grapple, isn't it? Not strength. Sorry.
It's just changed on this quite a lot.
Did say she was looking rough.
Why doesn't it have a grapple? It's got a +3. Okay, +3 +5. Okay. Yeah, it's got no chance. Yeah, it attempts to wiggle free. It's growling and grunting. Esther's got it in a vice grip. You know, like she's got like eagle claw, like wah, kind of grabbing hold of it. It's not escaping her grasp. Okay. Next up, we have Elora.
Yep. Okay, well I can't fire anything into that melee combat. But I can see this dude in front of me between Cuin and Ogvar. And I can see... Oh, can I see? Can I see that one? Probably not, no.
No, not from where you are.
Okay, so I can see this dude in front of me. So I'm going to attempt to go with an orb of acid again to the one that is facing Ogvar.
Puppy from the
behind.
south.
Yeah, puppy from the south.
Puppy
yeah.
from the south. Roll to hit.
Okay, right. With the -2 into melee again, yeah?
Mhm.
Right in between the two. No, that's a miss.
Okay.
That's just a straight
We're
miss.
struggling to hit these things, aren't we?
Oh, aren't we?
Making a right meal of this. Elora's getting annoyed.
Next up, puppy from the north.
Oh, great.
Puppy from the north is still on your backside, is it?
Yep.
Puppy from the north is going to bite.
Bite my backside.
The puppy from the north is not going to bite your backside because it rolled a 3.
Aha.
Okay, so next up we have Ogvar.
Hey. Okay. I need to get out of this situation because I'm getting pinned in here.
Mhm.
So the only way to get out of this without provoking that one is climb up a tree.
No, that wouldn't give enough effort. You would get it out.
You can try your tumbling trick again.
Yeah, I was going to say you could try and tumble out of the
Yeah.
situation.
It worked quite well for you last time, tumbling.
It did, but I'm not an elf this time.
That is true. That is
With
true.
a very good tumble check.
That's a good point. I've forgotten it was in a slightly different
Mr.
It was
environment.
almost like there was someone else.
Yeah.
It was a dream.
No, I am going to play as I intend to, and if I do a full disengage,
Yep.
I can move my full movement
Yeah.
and not protect. And
Yes.
do the thing I can't say.
Not provoking
Yes.
an attack of
Yes.
opportunity.
And what I will do, I will run out to the west.
Past Elora.
West. Yeah, past Laura. Bye, Laura! And
You're
get
hiding
myself.
behind Esther with her eagle grip
Yeah,
on the
because
puppy.
she's mad. So
Right,
yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna sort of like get myself out that sort of way, and that's all I can do at the moment. But I am clear.
Okie dokie.
Oh, yours, Cuin.
Next up.
I've just left you with three dogs.
I would have offered you a bit of rope, but it's still at the lighthouse. You could have made a lead.
Right.
Why never got a rope at the lighthouse?
A burrowing piton.
Right, next up we have Puppy from the East. Puppy from the East is... It's going to attack again. Puppy from the East is going to not hit because it just rolled a 3.
A lot of damage back.
So once again it kind of starts clawing at your shield and it's not getting anywhere. You've got a really good defense up. Okay, next up we have Cuin.
I'm going to smack it.
Okay, smack away.
That's 26.
You know what? That hits.
I bet it was only just though.
Oh yeah, just over. Roll to hit.
It was a 19. I was just thinking if it was a flail, that would have been.
Yep, well it's not.
No. Oh, 3.
3 points of damage to Puppy from the East. Okay. 11 points. Okay. Next up is... Are you doing anything else?
I can't really do an awful lot else.
Okay. Puppy from the South. Did you try and hit Puppy from the South, Elora?
No, I tried to.
Did that one.
The first one I tried to hit was that one. The second one I tried to
Okay.
hit was that one.
Yes, Puppy from the
Yeah,
South.
Oh, is that from the south?
Okay. Puppy from the South, having been attempted to be splashed with acid, is going to turn around and it is going to start heaving as it begins to belch and it opens its mouth and like a spout of cone
Am I
of
within its
acid
range? Am I?
erupts. Make me a reflex save.
Okay. Reflex. Hope this one goes well. 13 plus 6, that's a 19.
Yep, that
Nice.
works.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
And you take 6 points of damage halved.
Okay, 3 points.
Okay. And that is its turn and it's
Ow!
roll a d.
Those things are disgusting.
Okay. And next up is Cadeaux.
We're going to stick with the crossbow bolt thing in the hope that we hit one sooner or later. So, Lonely Wolf.
Yep.
The same one I aimed at last.
Puppy from the north, yep.
Yeah. Oh, this might be getting better. 18.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Seven.
7 points of damage to Puppy from the north. Okay, you release a bolt and you can see it buries straight into its side, and you almost see it as it buries into like the sides between its ribs. You almost see like a whiff of green escape from the, like this hole you've made in its side. Okay, next up is Esther.
Angry Esther.
Angry
Yeah.
Esther. She was a barbarian, she'd be raging. Okay. With a grapple check, Esther is going to attempt to suplex the puppy.
Tombstone pile driver coming up.
Exactly. So she's going to attempt to grapple check it. 22, that does it. And what are we saying? What damage are we saying for a suplex?
One draw from
Is
the
that the one on the knee? Or that one on the
No, it's the one where you bridge over backwards. But she's just going to lob it backwards at this
It's
point.
coming towards you. Go, Ogvar. Here, catch this.
Throwing it at the ranger that ran past.
Yeah.
Depending on where it would hit. If it hits a tree, that's double damage.
There's no tree.
No, she's going to
If
throw
it
it
throws
basically
it
back
into
out
the
the
fire,
camp.
same again, throws
No,
it into the fire, double the
No
damage.
fire anywhere.
Or if
near
it's just
that.
the ground, but
Yeah.
it depends on what, I'd say it's
Should we say D8?
6.
Yeah.
Go with a D8.
D8. Okay, D8 plus strength.
Here we go.
What's that?
And it's
And that's a very disappointing 3 points of damage.
It's on the floor, but it's facing you.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like sprayed out?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Esther, she's had it by the nose and she just goes, "That's it! I've had enough!" She grabs it by its front leg. So she's got it by its nose, its front leg, and she just goes, woof, over backwards. And you hear this, "Ow!" as it goes flying, and this kind of like bang as it hits the floor. She's like, "Who's next?" And you look at it. She's got this absolute crazy look in her eyes. She is
Which way
ready.
is she looking?
She's
facing
currently
this
looking
one.
towards you.
Well, when she says who's next, I'm just going to
She's
point into the middle of the camp.
Well, yeah,
She's looking
because
towards him.
yeah, because
She's
she
thrown
got
it over backwards.
yes,
Yeah.
she's got hit from the behind,
Yeah.
fallen down.
Yeah.
She's then turned over, grabbed it, and stood up, and she's had it grappled facing out from the camp.
Oh, so it's suplexed the other way.
Yeah, so she's grabbed it by its nose and the front leg, and she's thrown it backwards into the camp.
Oh, into the camp.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that changes things.
And so Ogvar,
Yeah,
you
it
can
does.
see she's got this absolutely crazed look in her eyes. Hair's wild. She's like,
Yeah, I'm still pointing towards the camp, saying like that way.
she nods at you and turns around.
Ace.
Okay.
Just to be clear,
Or else I would have been calling for backup.
just to be clear, when she threw that wolf, you said it went woof.
Yeah.
Tonight's noises have been brilliant. I mean, just woof the dog.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Next up we have Puppy from the West. Puppy from the West is on the floor. Puppy from the West is going to stand up. It's round by the base of that tree now, probably.
What?
Hey?
No,
Why did she wang it?
No, sorry, it's round by you, Cuin. It's going to stand up, that's its full movement. Okay.
Which way
Colin
is it going
very
to
animal-
face when it
Cuin
stands
is
up?
very animal
Back
friendly.
towards...
Wait, at the moment
Elora.
it's Cuin and the
Esther.
4 dogs.
Yeah. Okay, Elora, you're up next.
God.
Hit it.
I didn't say I had my crossbow bolt, but I'm going to turn. In fact, I'm going to take a 5 foot step backwards. I'm going to turn and I'm going to fire between the back of Esther and the back of Cuin at Puppy from the West.
Okay.
And I'm going to try an orb of acid again.
Roll to hit.
Come on, you've got this. Come on.
I don't have it this time. That's an 8 all in.
You want a different die?
No, my die is lovely, thank you. I made these.
Okay. Okay, so no, you miss. The acid kind of splashes harmlessly into the ground. You get a bit of bubbling, but other than that.
Just not happening.
Okay,
Laura's like, not again!
Puppy from the north has just been hit by Cadeaux. It's going to attempt to go and bite Cadeaux. It's charging, so it gets +2. 17... 24 to hit.
Yes, that will work.
Okay, 24 to hit. Make me a strength roll, please.
A strength roll.
Yeah.
Now you're just being comedic. 8.
5. Yeah. Okay, you take 5 points of damage as this hound, it bites into you and pins you to the floor. It knocks you
Which
prone.
one was that?
Puppy from the north.
Okay.
Okay.
This is important. Does it pin me or does it not?
No, it just knocks you over.
So it's not on top of me.
No, it's not on top of you, but it's come up, it's bitten you, and its body weight's thrown you backwards onto the floor. Okay.
Oh, this is turning into the worst night ever.
If it was just on top of me, I would say I'd burst it into flame.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so Ogvar, you are next.
Okay, I'm going to take one step closer to be able to get a clear line of sight on Puppy from the west.
Yep.
Why is she? She's still facing out. She's
Oh, sorry,
No, she's turned around.
Oh, she's turned around.
Yeah, she's turned
Well,
around.
she was looking at me.
She looked at you, and then when you
Okay,
pointed,
sorry.
she turned around.
Okay. So I've got a clean line of sight of that, and I've got 10 foot away from it. So I am going to.
You probably got flanking from Cuin there.
Oh, it's even better. What time is it?
What
Is
time?
it gone midnight?
7. What time are we on?
It's 3 hour shifts, and we were into the end of the.
It's probably about
6 hours
midnight,
in,
yeah.
Before or
after, but you
Must
haven't had a
be
full 8
just.
hours rest, so you haven't got your spells back.
I have, because we walked for a day and I didn't use it yesterday.
Okay, fair
I was
enough.
just wondering whether I'm going to get it back again. That's all right, I'll use it anyway. So,
No, it's fine, yeah.
Hunter's Mercy, so that gives me automatic critical on that dog there.
Yeah, is that a standard action, or is it a quick cast? Do you know?
It is in the spell compendium, that one.
One of those here. What page is on?
Range of spells. That page.
What's it called?
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mercy.
Mercy.
This is That's why I print my spells out.
Why I only use.
Saves
I've
looking
only
in the
got
book. Yeah.
I should probably only. I don't know if I bother with any smarts like that.
Hunter's
I should
Mercy.
use-
It's a standard action.
So that I use it instantly.
Yeah, it's like a standard. It is a standard
Takes up one of
casting
your
action.
action slots.
Yes, you can't use it this round, but you can use it
Oh,
next
it's
round.
ready. And it's,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll do that. And that is that my turn?
That is your round.
Cool.
Yep.
Done that.
You need to remember to use that extra d6. I just realised you could have used it in the first round of combat.
Again.
Oh well.
Okay, sorry.
Can't be undone.
Yep. So yeah, is that your turn?
Can't do much else.
Okay.
Apart from shout keep that one busy, Esther.
Ah! She is.
There might not be anything left next turn.
She is absolutely crazed at this point.
Have I targeted that one specifically?
No, it's on your bow. It's focused on
Ace.
your bow. So anyone you shoot next time round will
Cool.
have Hunter's Mercy on it. Okay.
The eyes are glowing red now.
Well,
That's true.
on the.
So
Yep.
me and Esther together would be scary.
Yep. Next is the one from the east. The one from the east is absolutely focused on you, Cuin, with a 16 to hit. Nope. Okay. Yep. Once again, your shield. It's almost like, you know when you're taught cricket and you're taught forward defence. You're properly like, you know, you've got your shield in there, and it's. Open it.
If you two survive this battle without the DM killing the pair of you, you're luckier than I am.
You've kind of got your shield planted there, your knees planted. It's just throwing itself against your shield, and it's got no chance of hitting you really. Okay, so next up is you, Cuin.
It was on Ogvar's watch that the wayward wretch hounds found their way into camp. Our companions were forced to take up arms once again, leaving them to bravely battle yet more beasts. An enraged Elora achieved precious little more than an acidic air vent in her accommodation, whilst a furious and frustrated Esther failed to find her feet or her foes.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.